Okay, so I'm in my car. I just got done setting up a Plume Wi-Fi at a client's house. We got the 6-pod set up very easily. Um, I think it worked well. The packaging was good. It has a app. They use an app to connect to the pods, and that allows someone who is not tech savvy to set it up very easily. You don't have to be a network guru to get this in place in your house. We connected it to an existing router, and I'm going to double check with Plume to find out if the Plume device has its own firewall, so that I can let my client know if that gives them an extra layer of security. And so I won't go into what we would do with those two networks. This is about Plume. I won't. Well, maybe I will. I'll just say it. Who cares? If you don't want to listen to this part, just fast forward, because here's what I'm going to say. So if it does have its own firewall, what that allows them to do is use the router that's closest to the modem in the signal chain as an internet for stuff. For example, internet-enabled light bulbs, internet-enabled TVs, internet-enabled iPads. When guests come over, they can connect their laptop to it. Those kind of things. But their more important items, like their computer, they have a storage device. We weren't able to hook that up. You'd have to get a switch, I think, to kind of incorporate that into the secondary network. But those important things that are Wi-Fi enabled, they're connected to the Plume. So they're behind a second Wi-Fi, a second firewall. And what that provides is if somebody were to hack one of the light bulbs, which are much more hackable than many of your computers and other devices, they would still have a level of security between the hacked light bulb or the hacked refrigerator and their more important items. And yes, that stuff happens. I'm not just coming up with random things. This is real stuff. They hack into light bulbs and then use the light bulb as a gateway to get into the rest of your network. But if your more important things are behind a second router with a second firewall, it becomes much harder for this hacker to get to the more important things. So now back to the Plume itself. That provided an extra layer of security, if I am right, and it does have its own firewall. I may be wrong about that, so check into it. I plan on checking into it. However, they set up real easy. We downloaded the app first. They wanted us to turn off all the system, the modem and the existing router. We turned those off, plugged in the first Plume, turned everything back on, went through the steps that the app provided, connected very easily. I just realized that I didn't write some information down for my client. I'll have to get back to them. Connected very easily. We set up the other pods. My client went through the house. She picked where she wanted those to go. And I sat and watched the app. And as she plugged them in, they connected on their own. And it's working good. This has only been a few hours. So long-term testing, I don't have any, look dirty. Long-term wise, I don't have a long-term opinion, but short-term, easy to set up. That's what I would say about Plume. Easy to set up. You don't have to be a network professional to get it and set it up. So I'm pretty happy with it because it's going to be something they can use and they don't have to call me all the time. It's going to be something they can interact with very easily, provide them some extra security. I think it's going to work well for them. So I give it the Plume a thumbs up. I'm pretty happy with it. It came by recommendation of Screensavers, who did much more testing and compared it to many other products, and they said overall the Plume won, and I agree with them. So far, Plume's looking good. So there's my take on Plume, my input on how it went, and I hope that helps you.